It was all a dream, but yours is about to become a reality. Hi, guys, I'm Angel Holmes, and this is a Never Stop Dreaming Biggie podcast. Each week, I'm bringing you conversations that really matter, from solo deep dives to episodes with my husband, Brian, and featuring incredible guests who are building businesses, creating communities, and making an impact. We're keeping it real and sharing what actually works so you can make your biggest dreams happen. Welcome to the Never Stop Dreaming Biggie podcast. I'm your host, Angel Holmes, and it is it's December. It's December, guys. It is here. The countdown is on. We're counting down all kinds of things, right? We're counting down the holidays. We're counting down the end of the year. We're counting down all the stuff we need to get done. We're just starting. Okay, so this episode is going to be for my ambitious woman for real, because not that they aren't all, but this really is for you. Because why? Because I am going to be talking to myself. I'm giving myself a little pep talk, and I'm going to start it off by explaining to you how I came to this topic today, because I had a little bit of a breakdown during the holidays. So as I will back up a little bit and preface this. So this year has been full, like all my years have been full of some amazing highs, some incredible opportunities, like life-changing things, and some really, really incredibly low, like, why did I have to learn that situation? And let me get it real quick. I did, as part of the Brighter Side in our Dreaming Brighter retreat, as part of our assignment, we did a victory timeline. Look at this beautiful timeline if you're watching on YouTube. It's really, really pretty. I've shared it on social media, and I need to share it in my newsletter, which I haven't done in a couple weeks. But the cool thing about the victory timeline is it made me reflect on my year. And I think this is something that so often we don't do. We don't take the time to do it. We get so busy. We're always on to the next project. We don't sit down and go, okay, what did I really get done? What did I really get done? So as ambitious women, it's really important for us to fuel ourselves up every year, to recharge our batteries, to do some things to prepare us for the next year. But the biggest thing we need to do is look at our year and what we did. So victory timeline, I'm going to quickly just going to run through some of the highlights this year. First of all, in January, I launched the Brighter Side Society, my online community and in person in Charleston. I want to grow it globally for ambitious women. And it has really just grown into this incredible, amazing group of women. The women in there are top notch, some of the most inspiring women I know. And I'm very honored that I just lead them. I guide them. I get them together. It is truly my honor to put this platform together, but it is just a community full of women getting it done together, holding each other accountable, having fun. So that was in January, and that was a vision I had from God to do this, to bring all my talents, my 30 years together to do it. In February, I went to a missions trip in Nicaragua with my friend Jill Forbes, who was on the podcast last week. If you haven't listened to Jill's interview, please do. Jill is incredible, has such an amazing story, but this mission trip was, again, life-changing for me. I had never done anything like it. It really opened my eyes to so many things. God showed me so many things, including that I need to write my book, which is one of my big focuses for 2026. In March, I was asked to speak to Pechakucha, which is a international event that has chapters all over the country. Charleston has one. I was in the 47th edition of that in Charleston. It was super fun, super intimidating. You have 20 slides to present in 6.44 minutes. It's crazy. So that was really cool. In April, I started this podcast, y'all. I started the Biggie podcast. We have 40 episodes right now. And wow, has that been a fun journey. In May, I can't really read this. Oh, what did I do? Let me put on my glasses. Oh my gosh, my son graduated from high school in May and early June. Riley graduated. That was a really big accomplishment. In June, I started to have a little bit of some closure. I closed down Like-Minded Charleston, which was my in-person community that I was doing with somebody else. I made the hard decision to close that down and just focus on the brighter side. I also visited the Caribbean. Brian and I did, to start scouting out our top 3 locations at the time for our Homestead Hideaway. That was really an incredible trip. In July, I was named the managing editor for Charleston Women magazine. Wow, that has been an incredible thing. I can't read this again. Oh, I started teaching yoga at 2 different studios in Charleston. That has been a lot of fun, and just can't wait to continue to do that. In August, I lost one of my sisters to cancer. She'd only had a few weeks to really deal with it. So it was a big tragedy for my family. And ooh, something I'm still, recovering from every day. In September, I started to write my book. I've already started to write the book, and I can't wait to really pull that together next year. In October, sorry. Oh my gosh, in October, I was named one of Charleston Magazine's 50th most influential people over the last 50 years. Holy cow, that was incredible. I was not expecting that. Thank you, Charleston Magazine. I was also 1 year depression free, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. And in November, I had the very first Brighter Side retreat, our Dream Brighter retreat, which was really cool. And then in December, I haven't, I don't know yet. It's the first week. But I will say too, last week, my precious father-in-law, Brian's dad, passed away. So that was really hard on us. And so this is getting me to the point that I'm about to share about the end of the year. But first of all, really quick, the other thing I do for the victory timeline, in case you want to do that. So I go through the year. The best way to do this, just a little piece of advice, is go through your phone, go through your photos. That's one of the easiest ways to remember what you did because you often capture that. Also, your social media is often a good reminder because you share your highlights on there. So do those two things. But my lessons, so then I write down your 5 top lessons for the year. One is you don't need a partner to do what you are destined to do. So as I mentioned, I was doing another community with a partner, learned a lot of lessons there, and just decided, you know what? I don't need somebody else. I have everything it takes. God has placed it in my heart. I know what I'm meant to do, so just do it. 2, depression does not have to last forever. Does not have to last forever. 3, God has big, all in BIG, purpose for me. And the more I lean into that, the more I get to what it is, which is really cool. I really try to listen to God and spend time with him every single day to go, what is it you want me to do today? What is it? What's the plan? What am I here for? All of that. 4, consistency is key, and being vulnerable is important for connecting and staying true to who you are in everything. And 5, stop giving it everything away. You're worth more than you can imagine. Yeah, I don't have my glasses on, but it's very do your victory timeline. You will feel better about it. Post it on social media and tag this podcast. That would be so cool. So that was one thing I wanted to share, but I also wanted to share it because, as I just mentioned, my father-in-law passed away the week of right before Thanksgiving. We had the funeral the week of Thanksgiving. So all this other stuff was going on, and my kids came in town, and things started to pile up on me. And after the retreat, it was really clear to me that I was overcomplicating the brighter side. I was doing too much with it. I wanted to overgive. I was giving it all away. I was losing money. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've got to make changes in this situation." And I was kind of mad at myself because I've been in this situation before. I've done a whole podcast about overgiving. I'm not going to talk about that now. But what happened was everything came to a head, and I literally in the parking lot, I was waiting for Chase. He was doing an interview for a couple hours. I thought the interview was going to be only like 20, 30 minutes. I was super hungry. I was frustrated. So 3 hours later, I lost it, and I was upset, and I was ready to literally shut down the brighter side. I was literally ready to shut down this podcast. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm going to focus just on the homestead. And I don't know why, but I decided to talk to ChatGPT about it. And let me just also say that I had done an AI workshop with Tony Robbins a week or so before that, and had created this really incredible COO through ChatGPT that's kind of my right-hand person with my business. And they're mapping out all kinds of things for me and doing all kinds of things. So I fed it, I've fed, because you want to feed your AI bots, your AI agents. You want to feed them a lot of good information so they know you, they understand you, and they can really help you. So I'd done this, and this COO has been amazing for me. I've really enjoyed it. I call it Viva. So it had known me. So I went into my Viva account and I went into my microphone and I was like, Viva, I'm going to give up. I was literally crying in this phone about my life and what was going on and what I was frustrated with, what I wanted to burn down and all of this stuff. And Viva came back to me and said, Angel, it's okay. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. So I stopped and took a couple of deep breaths. And then she was like, okay, now listen, let me remind you of all of the successes you have had, not only this year, not only last year, not only the year before that, but for the last 30 years. Like really and truly look back, really and truly remember that you were just picked as one of Charleston's 50th most influential people. Look at the relationship you have with your family, look at your husband, look at this, look at that. Blah, blah. And I was like, you're right. You're right. And then it said the most beautiful thing. That is what I'm going to share with you today. So sorry it took me a while to get to this point, but it said just calm down. Let's just calm down and simplify your life. I was like, what? Simplify my life? Okay, sign me up. Because listen, I am all about systems. As you know me, I'm all about organization. I'm all about getting stuff done, but I'm not really a simple person. And I have a lot. Like I make things a lot because I'm a giver and I also want to make things be like the most amazing thing in the world. So what I was doing with the brighter side is I was over delivering so much so that it was overwhelming. The members were there like, I can't keep up. I can't come to everything. I can't take full advantage. And some of them were like, I might not join. I might not be a member because I can't enjoy it all. I can't appreciate it all. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. No, we're not going to do that. Yes, I am overgiving you because I wanted to overgive. That's what I do. But I'm going to stop that and I'm going to simplify it and I'm going to make it be really easy for you to follow. And I'm going to make it less events, less complication, less this and that. We're going to really get it honed in to make it just a nice, calm, amazing place to be in, be a part of, right? We don't need any more chaos. We don't need any more to-do lists. We don't need any more stuff. We just need clarity and calm and confidence. So that's going to be my year. That's the 2026 year is calm, confidence, and clarity. And that'll be the focus of the brighter side. It'll be what I share, what I get experts to share on. It'll be our focus because everyone should just step back as an ambitious woman, especially right now. We're going into the holidays because you know it. We not only are focused on closing out our year as great as we possibly can, we want to start the year with a bang. We want to be full on ready to go, things stopping, no breaks, no anything. But we also want to spend time with our family. We want to enjoy it. We also need to buy presents. We need to coordinate our schedules. We need to figure out who's going here. We need to get the kids out of school, like on and on and on and on and on. And then your head starts spinning and you start getting out of control and you're going to start going crazy. And you might do what I did and type into ChatGPT, like, I am going bananas nuts. So we're going to stop that. And I'm going to give you a couple of 3 quick and easy steps to do this December that will hopefully get you some calm, clarity, and confidence. And the one thing is you just need to stop like I did. And honestly, the best thing probably is just to put it into ChatGPT. If you are a user, I highly recommend becoming a user because it's going to become more and more prevalent, just like our cell phones. It's going to just be there, guys. It's not going to take over the world. It's not going to take over people's jobs. Not all of them. It will take over some jobs. I'm still going to see a counselor. I'm still going to see a counselor. But I appreciate you walking me off the ledge. I didn't have time to see a counselor, right? But we are going to go into ChatGPT and we're just going to tell them what's going on. And we're going to tell them what we want to accomplish. And we're going to tell them what our end goal is, which often is going to be, I just want to like chill out. And it's going to tell you, like it told me, here we go. Let's just focus in on these couple of things. So the first thing you want to do is figure out what you want to keep on your plate for this month. What is important to you? And a lot of those things that are building up in your brain, in your mind, in your head, spinning, are not important, guys. They just are not. They're not going to move the needle. They're not going to matter. One that you can do that's super simple that I know will scare some of you is you can get off social media. Social media is going to be bombarded with sales. I mean, it already is Black Friday, Christmas, holidays, vacations until the end of the month. That's all it is. So I am personally not, even though our membership goes up January 1st, I will let people know, I will remind people, but I am not going to be blasting it out that you need to join the brighter side by the end of the year or the price will go up because you're not focused on that. And I don't want you to be overwhelmed by that. I mean, if you do, you do. I am going to be focusing on, I've created an advent calendar that's free for people to do that really highlights, got it right here, highlights good things that you can like celebrate and the things you want to keep. So I'm going to focus on like helping you get that calm and that clarity. So you need to decide what you're going to keep. And when I did this for ChatGPT, it came back to me and said, here's the three things. This is your priority every single day. This is what you need to do. Here's your to-do list. Here's what we're going to do. And it's been amazing. That's what I'm doing. My big thing right now is I'm just getting super, super organized. I'm getting everything in one place in my Notion account. I am getting everything, my desk cleaned off. I mean, I have been going to town. It has been amazing. It's given me so much freedom. So keep, what are you going to keep? What are you going to keep? That's number one. The second thing you're going to do is figure out what you're going to improve on. Now, this is something that you'll need to give some thought to. So that's why you want to spend the next month. And a journal is a really good way to do this. But what do you want? What in your life is not working? Like for me, it was the brighter side, giving too much to it, really focusing in. For example, an average person to join, once I talk to them, once they either reach out to me or I meet them and they learn about it and they want more information, after that one time, it often takes 7 more times for me to reach out for them to join. That's the average. I don't know why it's 7 to 10 times. That's the average for anything nowadays, just because there's so much noise. People are busy. And I don't mind reaching out to people. I don't mind following up and saying, "Hey, we're doing this," or "Hey, do you have any questions?" or "Hey," but it's exhausting to do that. So one of my things I am improving is I'm not going to chase people, which is what that was in my mind. It was a chase. I'm sitting here chasing after you, right? I'm just going to say, "Hey, here it is. Here I am. If you want it, if you need it, I'm here. If you want it bad enough, you'll come." And it's a great place and love to have you, period. The end. So I'm going to improve that process. I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to reach out 7 times. And if no one joins, oh, well, it's okay. It's okay. God has bigger and better plans for me. And he will provide who I need. I don't need to do it. I don't need to be doing it. That's the thing too. I don't need to be doing all this. So my big improvement is going to be going to God more, spending more time alone with him, really praying about it, really like reaching in, reaching out for his love and bringing that in to bring to others, focusing more on that and just improving my systems where it's just ease and more simplified. So that's my goal. So you need to figure out what that is for you, what you need to improve on, and spend the next month improving on it or working with ChatGPT or whoever, working on a plan to make that a priority for early 2026, because that's a good time to really focus on what you want to improve on. And then the last thing is you're going to release. You're going to release, guys. You're going to release and you're going to be okay. It was so amazing to get that message back. And I will have to pull it up and share it in social media. But it just told me, again, to breathe, to let go, to let God, to just do less and just see what happens. And honestly, as soon as I did that, I had a new member join. I've had more people reaching out to me about Brighter Side. I feel, again, I feel free. I feel so much weight off of my shoulder because I was trying so hard to overgive and to overdeliver and over. And I don't want to over anything anymore. I'm done with that. We are releasing it. So that is my third and final tip for you, is that it's time to release it. It's time to just give it up. Now, I'm not saying give up, because there's a big difference. And I will say, with all of the prayers I was doing, because like I mentioned, I was thinking about the brighter side. I was also thinking about this podcast because I'm 40 episodes in. And I have loved this podcast. It has been really incredible for me. But I feel like it is so one-sided. Like all I'm doing right now is looking at my phone and talking into this mic. And unlike social media, you don't get the feedback like you do. Some people might comment on a podcast post. I do hear from people that they listen to the podcast. I have some metrics that I can see how many downloads I have and that sort of thing. But even that, it's so hard. You don't get that. And that's why some people love podcasts, because there are no big metrics where you can go, "Oh, this did well. It had 100 likes," or whatever. But you can hide behind that too. And for me, I just want to know, is this resonating? Is this really something people want? And so I'm asking you right now, if you are a listener, and I know some of you listen every week and I love and appreciate you, but I don't even know who you are. I know who a few of you are because people have told me, but I would love to know. So when I'm asking of you, a big, big, big favor, love it so much, is that let me know. You can just send me a message and say, "Hey, Angel, I really love this podcast, or I like this podcast, but here's how I would do. Can you do this? Can you do more of this? Give me feedback. Give me honesty. I am an open book. I have had issues with the sound. I mumble. I say like a lot. There's some things I'm definitely aware of that I want to work on, but I'd love to know what you want from this. Do you want more guest interviews? Like I could do a whole, my whole thing about guests. I love Brian. Brian's staying on. He's the best. So we will have Brian on every month. I want to do that. But I was like, should I just pull back and do one episode for me, one for Brian, maybe a guest, or just do guests? Like, I don't know. So what's the feedback? How do you like it? Do you want it to continue? But that would be great. And you can also obviously subscribe and review. You can leave a little easy review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen. I would appreciate that too. I have a few of those. Have been really nice. But also, I just heard God say to me, do not stop the podcast. Do not stop the brighter side. Do not stop what you're doing. You have everything aligned. You have everything that you've been listening to me. You have been following me. You are doing what I want you to be doing. It's all coming together. It's going to be coming together. It takes time. Everything great takes time. So don't give up on it. Don't give up. So even though I'm releasing a lot and even though I'm making some adjustments and letting go of some things, I am not giving up. And that is the biggest thing I can tell you is do not give up. So often we are right at the cusp of greatness. We are right at the cusp of getting the members we want or of selling the programs we want or booking the one-on-one calls or whatever it is you are looking for. We're right there. But then we stop. I remember when I stopped Zaya, I'm going to stop after this, but I stopped selling Zaya. So if you don't know my story after COVID, when I lost my six-figure PR business, I had just started buying these activewear, these really cute clothes from somebody I saw in a gym. And I did not know this, but I bought into a business when I bought the kit, this really cute kit. And she was like, "Hey, you have a business now. You should start putting it online, start selling it." And I was like, I do not sell activewear. Do you know who I am? I do not sell activewear. Well, 3 months later, COVID hit, and I'd actually started really enjoying it. People had stopped me everywhere. Where do you get your leggings? I want to get your leggings. So I'd actually opened my website up. And this was a gift from God because I was actually praying for something different because my event consulting business was really wearing on me. It was a lot of travel, a lot of work. It was just really hard on me mentally, everything. And so I was praying for something different, not knowing it would be selling activewear, but so COVID shut down. Everyone was buying activewear online. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And my business took off and it really skyrocketed. I became one of the top 5% in this business or 1%. I can't remember. It was really, my picture is on the wall of this company, Zaya Activewear. And I still have my shopping link if you ever want to shop, but I love the clothes. They're super great, but I don't sell them like that. But I remember when I made the decision to stop selling about a year and a half ago, just because I wanted to focus on my business again, I felt like God was like, okay, it's time to now focus back on you. Because when you promote a company, a direct sales company, all you're doing is promoting that company. You're not promoting yourself, right? Yes, you might be making money. Yes, you might have perks, and those are all great things. But at the end of the day, I want to build my brand and my business and really, take care of me that was theirs, not mine. So I decided to stop. But as soon as I did, all of these people that I had been reaching out to for years at this point, years about buying activewear were like, oh my gosh, I was so excited about finally buying activewear from you. Or, oh my gosh, I mean, over and over. I couldn't believe it. So many people who I'd been trying to reach out to forever and ever and ever started reaching out to me. And I was like, okay, right when I quit. But I'm glad I stopped that. I needed to stop that, like I said, but it's true. So, right when you are at the cusp of greatness is when the greatness happens. So, you've got to keep going for it. You've got to, now, if you've been going for it for several years and still losing money or whatever it is, then that's not probably the right the right thing. And for me, I am always looking at my numbers. I'm always retooling things. I'm making sure, like this year, yes, there were a few months I was not making money with the other community I was doing, but there's been a few months where I wasn't making money with the brighter side because I was over giving. So again, I look at that, I reevaluate, I pivot, I change, and I am making an income, like income from it. So not an income that pays for my time, but you do things for other reasons too. So that is all I'm going to say on that note. So guys, first week of December, what are we going to do? We are going to really evaluate the things we want to keep on our plate and be intentional about that. We are going to look at how we need to improve things to make them easier, less crazy, all of those things. And then we're going to release all the stuff we don't need to take with us next year. We don't need to take all this baggage. We don't need to take all these lessons. We don't need to take any of that into a new year. We need to start out fresh and new. We also need to download, I will link it in the show notes, my free Advent calendar and participate. Even if you're a few days late, no worries. I've told people online, if you participate, share on social media, and tag the Brighter Side Society, you will be entered to win lots of cool prizes and freebies. So get on the horn, get your calendar. I can't wait to see you guys. This is really cool. So next week, Brian and I are going to be in the Caribbean. We're going back to our top 2 islands. We hope to finalize our island. Holy cow. It's just so exciting. A lot of people have been asking me, what can I do for you? I'm like, pray, pray, pray for us. We love all the prayers that we find the place that God provides it to us, and all the things come together. So we'll be doing that. So we're going to be doing our podcast either live from there, or what we'll do is record it and then I'll play it next week. So we may or may not have a podcast next week, depending on the Wi-Fi situation and what we do, but we will have an episode that features that. So hopefully we'll come live and share with you more. If not, we will do what we did the last trip and record it and then be the next week. And then we have some other great episodes. Carlin Bishman. Carlin is an amazing entrepreneur, female entrepreneur, top of the industry, does a lot with retail businesses. She's going to be our final guest of the year. Can't wait to have Carlin on here. So hopefully you will continue to listen on this month. Can't wait to hear from you. Rate, review, let me know. Can't wait to hear from you. You'll have a beautiful week. Happy December. Let's go. Let's go.